Guitar tips, just the tips, just for you. Guitar tips. Hey, this is Adam Levy. Welcome to another edition of my Guitar Tips video blog series. That's such a mouthful, but I don't know a better way to say it. This is a video blog series of guitar tips, and I'm Adam Levy, and that's what this is. I post a new tip here each and every Friday. If you like the tips, you can subscribe. There's a link down below, a little red button that says subscribe. And that's all the marketing that I have for now. So here's the tip. This week's tip is play horizontal, play vertical. Now, you might be thinking I'm talking about, playing vertically and playing horizontally, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about improvising over chord changes. If you're playing a blues in, C, and you're improvising over that, when you get to the 4 chord, say, the harmony is different. That's the whole point of going to the 4 chord. It's a different harmony. That would happen on bar 5 almost always, and sometimes on bar 2 as well. You might have a 4 chord on the 2nd bar. But let's say you have 4 bars of C. Oh, I should have tuned up. Yeah, there's a tip. Tune up before the gig. Anyway, so you're playing 4 bars of C. And then when you go to the 4 chord, if you're playing vertically, that's addressing the chord. In other words, you're thinking about the chord as a stack of notes. An F7 chord is F, A, C, E flat, ad infinitum. So if you were a vertical kind of player, then you would want to play one of those 4 notes. Or some other sweet note that makes those other 4 notes sound good. Like, for example, G. That's the 9th of an F7 chord, and that's a neat note. But basically, you're thinking about addressing the chord tone. So you're somehow going to play melodically. And when you get to the F chord, you're going to do some different things because F has E flat in it, and it has F in it, and it has A in it. And those are not, the F and the A are probably not notes that you would accentuate over the C chord, but now it's time to address them. So that's playing vertically. So let me do it in real time. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play 4 bars of C. So when I got to the F chord, I just really switched gears. That's an A and an F, part of an F chord. This is G and E flat. Again, that's more like an F chord with the 6th on it. And this is the 5th and the flat 7 on the F. So I really shifted gears there. So that's vertical playing. In other words, every time there's a new chord, you want to address one of those chord tones in a melodic way. And then once you get there, you can, again, kind of not worry about once you get there, you can swim around in it. But it has more to do with, at least the way I think of vertical playing, addressing the chords as they change. And once you're in those, 2 bars, you could play up and down the chord, but anyway, I'll just leave it for that. How much can I tell you in 5 minutes? But then horizontal playing is just about playing in a linear way. Your melodies have their own shape to them, their own kind of forward momentum, and you're not so much worried about F chords or G chords or any other kinds of chords. It's just more kind of a stream of consciousness. So I'll play again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the F chord. on C. This is the G chord. Here's the top. F chord, quick change. Back to the 1. F. Here comes the 5. So it's not that I completely ignore the changes. They're going on in the back of my mind. But I'm not reaching, I'm not reaching for things. I'm not going out of my way to hit any harmonic stuff. I'm really just, by harmonic stuff, I don't mean harmonic stuff. I mean the stuff of harmony. I'm not going out of my way to play F stuff on an F chord or G stuff on a G chord. I'm just thinking about the, C blues box here, more or less. So there's vertical playing where you really think about the chord. And there's horizontal playing where you just play melodies. And I happen to be playing a blues here. This could apply to other kinds of harmonies. It's just blues is fairly universal. So I use that as an example. But you can play vertically and horizontally in different kinds of music as well. Just give it some thought. Listen to some of your favorite players and see if you can work out by just your own ear and your own judgment if they tend to play horizontally or if they tend to play vertically. And experiment in your own playing. Again, it's not a spatial thing. I mean, there's vertical playing could be, what if you play this way, and horizontal could be this way. That's maybe the subject of a whole other guitar tip. But play horizontal, play vertical, just play. I'm Adam Levy. This is Guitar Tips. Stay tuned. Take good care. I'll see you next Friday.